Okay, some of you are saying yes. I have a different perspective here. There are, I mean, I'm not talking about every use case solvable with AI. I'm saying whatever use cases are solvable or have solutions with AI, can those be done with Gen AI, right? So as of now, my perspective is that it is not, right? Maybe in future, because this field has been growing and getting advanced day by day, right? So in future there could be an option, but in current state, this is not happening. And before, uh, can you point out a couple of use cases from generative AI? Though I will be covering those use cases, but just to understand, can you give me a couple of use cases of Gen AI? Just one or two words or one sentence, short sentence, if you would like to share. And I understand there are some participants who have joined uh, from a remote center, right? So maybe I'm not sure, you can tell the moderator to
Chatbot.
chatbot. Yeah, Minal, thank you. And Karan is saying audio generation. Yeah. And chatbot, I think, is the most popular one, right? And image processing, voice generation. When it started, it all started with, I think, chatbot, right? Getting advanced things done from chatbot. Yeah, recommendation systems. Vyom saying video creation. Karan, chat GPT also. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your perspective and responses. Let us see generative AI overview, right? That what is it? I will switch to other PPT. So what is generative AI? The technology which leverages AI to generate different forms of content, right? Like you just mentioned, it can generate music, it can generate text summary, translation, or blog, video, audio. It can generate most of the things, right? That is why its name is generative AI. It is based upon Transformers architecture, which got popular in 2017 or in that time frame. It is based on large language models. So we'll see that what is large language model in the coming slides. Some application which we might have been using in our daily life include translation and voice commands, right? So all these things are getting converted into Gen AI perspective also. I have divided it into two formats, that how a beginner can use Gen AI or has been using Gen AI, as well as an expert like you, me, or anyone who has been there in the education industry or IT industry or technology, who understands technology, right? How can he use Gen AI beyond just leveraging the application part of that Gen AI, right? So naive is basically they can use, like let us say you or your students have created some application, right? Gen AI based application, right? So which is generating music. So that then a beginner can use that layman, you can say that they can use that application and they can start creating generation. They are least bothered, or they are not aware that what is happening in the background, that whether it is AWS behind the scenes, or whether it is some other cloud provider, or some what is running behind the scenes, right? So they are least bothered. They are just basically concerned about their respective domain. So here in this case, it is I. This is just an example. Text, audio, video summary, right? Translation between languages, create images, create videos, like you just mentioned that you are looking for. some kind of those features which can create text to video or videos, right? So, and there are many more use cases for beginners. Let us see now how can experts like you or your students who will be experts in couple of years from now, right? And so how can we use it? We can create MVP, which is minimum viable product, and use APIs to build utilities, products, examples during demo. So this part, APIs, is very important here. API is application programming interface. Basically, whatever we are going to do in hands-on, right? So most of those things will be basically are working, or we are connecting, we are establishing connection through API. We are calling that model. We will be calling that model using API and all, right? So this is going to be a key concept, right? Just not, we will not discuss this in this session, but this is important to understand that most of the things have been done using APIs. So advanced use cases include, we can train foundation models on their own data. So please bear with me that foundation models will come to know in coming slide that what is foundation model or what is large language model for that matter, right? So right now, foundation models have been trained on huge set of data, but that is very generic. That is available over the internet, or right, which is very generic. But we can also train foundation models on our own data, maybe your institute's data, your students' data, right? To give your subjects data, your research papers data, right? Any kind of data could be there, which can be trained using foundation model, and those can be customized for your respective use cases, right? Develop affordable application products. Right now, using APIs, we can develop affordable application products because it is very, very expensive to train foundation model from scratch. That also we can discuss later on, that why it is so expensive. And as a teacher or as a research scholar or researcher, right, you you will be looking for, you have been looking for real world problems, and there have been ample problems in healthcare, poverty, education. uh, this ESG is the major problem these days, global warming, right? So you can perform research on also that how GenAI can be leveraged, sorry, uh, for solving these real world problems. So a lot of research problems within GenAI space itself, because the data it has been trained on, it is so huge, right? It is in terabytes, petabytes of data which has been trained on. So there could be a bias also, right? And it is expensive. Accuracy is also a main concern. Security is also a main concern. IP infringement is also the concern, right? So there is a lot of scope for us as a society as well as the experts to um, dig deeper into these fields and solve these problems, whether it is outside I mean Gen AI application side or within Gen AI, because this is also a major problem.